Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here, and I need to tell you, today's Streaming Demons is timely, it's awesome, it's got Stranger Danger, Stranger Things Season 4, spoiler alert, Jim hates it. It's got Hotel Hello from Brannyk, and our movie we did together, Intruder with Ted Rami. Yes. And if you are listening to the sound of my voice in the Montreal area, get your butt to Comic-Con Montreal. Ted Rami's there. Talk about Intruder. It's awesome. It is, oh, no spoilers, I guess. It's one of our highest rated movies together. There you go. All that and more. Oh, what's this? Ooh, look at my new Zero shoes. Oh, I love Zero shoes. XERSHOES.com. I love my new Zero shoes. I'm going to be pimping for nickels, as the kids say. All of this and more on the next Streaming Demons. Hit it. Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here, and yes, I am alive. Much to the chagrin of a couple exes that probably would benefit a lot by that. But today on a great episode of Streaming Demons, I mean, when I say great, I mean fantastical, I mean wunderbar, I mean wunderbar, that's what I meant, yeah. I am joined by my co-host, no other, oh fuck, I still can't talk anymore.
That's okay. You were doing great. Good job, honey.
It was like first time back. I was like hitting my marks and now I'm dropping things.
You're gravity.
Hearing stuff. You're like, oh my God. So my co-host, J.M. Brannyk, aka Box Human, say hello.
Hello.
Excellent. And to people who are brand new to the show, welcome, one and all, or just to say one. Welcome, one of you.
My mom, probably. Hi, Mom.
My mom, yeah. So
she's
welcome.
She's already stopped listening. All right, we're done. All right, we can leave awesome. Now. We can leave now.
That is, I always appreciate all the fans. I really do. And that's one of the things for your brand new listeners or old listeners, whatever it is. Our premise is simple. We have something borrowed, something new, something blue, something old, right? It's a wedding thing, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
Plus, there's bonus content. At the end, Brannyk and I pick a movie we both watched together, separately, in different parts of time and space. And we discuss it because that's how much we care about you, the audience. We will watch movies together. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, not all the time, man. Come on.
Sometimes we just watch Roller Gator over and over and
this
over.
Is why we don't date.
And over. Thank God. Over and over.
Yeah.
Over.
There's nothing wrong with Roller Gator. I'm waiting for Roller Gator to be remade.
Yeah. I would love for Roller Gator to be remade.
As a Joanna Angel porno.
I don't see that vision. I see more of like a gritty retelling of it. But sure.
A gritty one with Seth Rogen. As the Roller Gator.
Yes. A rapping Seth Rogen.
Yes. And Franco can be the beach ninja because they only show up like 5 seconds. We don't know what happens to Franco after that. I think, yeah, like, no, if Rogen did Roller Gator, would that be Purple Face? Is that going to banned or some shit?
Was the Roller Gator purple? I can't even remember.
I want to say yes.
I think you're right. I think it was purple. He was in a backpack a lot of the time, is all I got to say.
I think he was a backpack.
Probably was.
I think Roller Gator was just a fucking accessory. Right?
Who moved his mouth sometimes?
That poor girl whose boyfriend apparently said, "You want to be in a movie?" She's like, "Yeah, of course I want to be in a movie." Oh, the one you wrote and doing a VHS tape. No. Yeah, I felt bad for her because, we'll get into that later.
It has Joe Esteban in it.
Yeah, your favorite Estevez.
Yeah.
You like him so much, it's called Joe Esteban. So today's Streaming Demons, we're talking about Joe Esteban, Roller Gator, and, that's right, Brannyk has the old.
I do. Are you surprised? So I watched Motel Hell, which is actually a very popular older movie, and it was even given like a pretty high rating by, I believe, Siskel and Ebert, which is again surprising because most people do not. They hated horror movies, but it was supposedly a comedy horror film. I didn't find much of it funny, actually. I found it kind of sad and disturbing.
This is the one with the sign that said Motel Hello?
Yes.
And it kind of, okay, yeah.
Yep.
That's the only thing I remember about the whole movie.
Yep. It has Rory Calhoun in it, Nancy Parsons, and Nina Axelrod. And
I loved him in Guns N' Roses.
Nina Axelrod, yeah.
Nina Axelrod, yes.
She was great in Guns N' Roses. And
the musical.
The musical and the movie, and also the band.
That musical based on the movie band.
Allegedly.
Pretty much, yeah, I think we should probably say allegedly still. Right.
So it's pretty low budget, but there is actually a lot of kind of wit to it. There is a lot of good acting in it. The music was really great. And surprisingly, a lot of good scenes in it. Good, like, cheap horror, of course, practical effects, because this was in the 80s, way before computer generation. And it was just surprising how much it did disturb me with some of its noises.
Is it smooth jazz?
It was kind of smooth jazz.
We for those who don't know, Brannyk is definitely afraid. That's actually one of your top 10 like
when I was a child.
Horrors, right?
When I was a child, yes, I was very afraid of smooth jazz. I've, with years of therapy, I've gotten mostly over it. So actually, it was not smooth jazz. So basically, this farmer, Vincent, and his younger sister live on this farm that's attached to this motel. The motel doesn't really play much into it. It does slightly, but only very slightly. And what they do is they capture victims, human victims,
right,
and basically put them into the ground. They cut their throats. No, into like into the earth, up into their necks. So their heads are sticking out. They cut their throats. So they make this like very gurgling and rasping sound, which is what very disturbed. That was very cute, actually.
It's a murloc.
It sounds like, I don't know, a Howie Mandel creature. Don't keep doing it. Stop. You're going to just hurt yourself. But no, these were very guttural, very like vomitous sounds. It was just very gross and disturbing, and it did make me feel very not comfortable, very uncomfortable. So they did a really good job in the Foley work of that. So basically, they do that to keep them from screaming, and that even in and of itself, I have like this kind of phobia of getting buried up into my neck. And so it was pretty claustrophobic.
You have a phobia? Like the god fear that one day someone's going to bury up to your neck?
Okay, so there was this story I read in high school from my mother.
Hi, Mom, you're listening.
Hi, Mom.
This trauma's on you.
She knows this. She knows this. The painted bird. She knows this. And it had many things in it, but one of the things it had was the main character being buried up into his head because he had a fever and birds picking at him.
Buried alive.
And, not buried alive because his head was out. It was basically like, oh, we need to cool your body very quickly, so we're going to put your everything except for your head. But then the bird started trying to eat his face. And
like
he couldn't move.
And stuff, like,
yeah. And there's a lot of other stuff in that book, but it's not comfortable. It's not a comfortable thing. And
so you avoid long, deep holes.
So I avoid people burying me up to my neck. You know?
Oh, just in the neck, like all the way through those guys.
I mean, yeah, like, if you're gonna bury me, just bury the whole thing. Like, don't half-ass this. Like,
Or
just
conversely, as the great Willie Nelson said, roll me up and smoke me when you die. Or when I die. One of the two. Someone's got to be dead to be smoked. I don't know. Willie was probably
up
high,
in
so maybe
smoke.
my
Something
fault.
about up in smoke, which is Cheech and Chong. Anyway, so as they're getting these victims, because they go out of their way to get these victims to smoke them as meat, because they are well renowned for their smoked meats.
Oh, okay. Yep. I was like, why didn't they just like fucking kill them and like chop them up? So they're juicing them, right? Okay.
They're basically fattening them up, so when they're nice and juicy, and they can kill them and eat of their meats. And so it's kind of like, I would say, slaughterhouse meets A Modest Proposal. So take that what you will.
Sharon Stone? A Modest Proposal.
That's an indecent proposal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I believe. And no, The Modest Proposal is the book in which, I forget which Irish writer said, we should eat babies. And it was a joke.
I think that was. I'm pretty sure he said that.
It was a joke to say, hey, guys, like.
What? Are you fucking Armie Hammer's lawyer now?
Allegedly.
Guys, it was a joke.
Allegedly.
He didn't mean he wanted to eat people. He just, he probably could.
He was playing around, okay?
Yeah. You're not going to actually eat a horse.
No.
Unless you're France, then you fucking eat horse. But, I'm so hungry I could eat. Melissa, well, I know.
So,
is that a person? I don't know.
In the movie Motel Hell.
Yes, I went to was it a motel or hotel?
Motel.
Okay, I don't even know the difference.
I get them confused. So a motel is a motor inn.
Motor hotel?
Motor hotel, which is the one where you go to the door. So basically, that's not the hotel where it's a big building and you go inside of it.
Okay, so you go to the door and then they're like, here's the key, go outside, and there's your room someplace around there.
Yes, that's a motel.
Okay. Mm-hmm. The more we learn, or come share with us, I don't know.
Something like that. Well, of the victims, one victim survives, and she's a pretty girl, of course. So they decide to nurse her back to health. And she lives there very innocently, thinking they are the best of people for taking care of her. So
burying her with their neck and slitting her throat first, right?
No, they don't do that because she doesn't know about that yet.
Okay.
Yet. All she knows is that they are humble farmer and his little sister and his estranged younger brother who is a cop. And basically, she falls in love with the older man who is the farmer butcher person. And what will happen? Question mark, question mark, question mark. What will happen? So it's kind of interesting. There is a chainsaw fight. So that's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, two chainsaws fighting each other. That's pretty rad. There's kind of homage to Night of the Living Dead. And there's a lot of unique things to it and a lot of moving pieces to it. And it is very entertaining. I am surprised at how much, like on Rotten Tomatoes, and how much beloved it is. It is a cult classic. And it was completely unbeknownst to me until I started watching it. And like I said, it does have real horror to it. Like I felt physically like, ooh, I don't like this.
Oh, that's weird. I remember renting it or watching it as a kid on VHS, and the only thing I remember from the entire thing is just a sign.
That is so weird. You're like
it's like, this is the scariest movie. Like, Hotel Hello? That's the scariest movie for you?
It's not the scariest. I just said it's a scary movie. I mean, like, there were parts of it that were scary to me. And then there were parts of it that were, like, hokey, and there were parts of it that I felt sincere. And
when you have this, then if it's a scary, spooky movie, it's got the oral, AURAL, oral, and it's going blah, 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 and you go, oh my God, ah. And then does it have the visual going choppity chop chop, snippity snips?
I have no idea what you just said.
Oh man, Frasier from COVID, which is the worst Frasier reboot. Frasier. Sorry.
It was
does it have
good
visual effects?
Yes, it has visual effects.
Hey. Are they good?
I liked them. Yes.
Okay. Did they fit the oral one?
I still don't know what you mean by that. Oral?
AURA, hearing.
Like
sound.
Foley work? The Foley work was great.
Axel Foley? I loved him in Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. I don't know if there's a 3. Is there 3? I don't know.
I think so. But it was good. It was, yes. It was...
Beverly Hills Cop 3 is good?
No. Gosh, no. But no, I feel like both of us are losing our words the more we do this show.
The more we do, the less we know.
The less we know. But like I said, I think it was pretty well rounded. It was a fun ride. I think if you enjoy kind of cheesy 80s movies, you're going to love it. I think if you enjoy kind of a little bit of body horror, but a little bit of like kind of slasher, you're going to enjoy that too. But it's not as, I think, graphic as a lot of like slasher movies. I think it's more kind of like cerebral based. Like I said, it's kind of the idea of it, the idea of these people doing these kinds of things to other people and calling them animals and treating them so harshly. And the ending, I'm not going to give it away, but if you really think about it, it's not a very happy ending.
Hey.
But it is hopeful.
I don't know. The rumors were I was nervous. It happens to a guy sometimes. No matter how much money you tip, sometimes it's on you. Oh, we're not talking about the same thing, are we?
So, would we give it's 1 to 5 Cthulhu's?
Yes.
1 to 5.
Are you giving my happy ending joke a 2?
I'm gonna give your happy ending joke oh man, a negative $1 million.
5 million Cthulhu's. No, how about Hotel Hell? What do you give that one?
That's a good question. Honestly,
I know I asked it.
I know it was a good one for once.
Oh well, once in a while.
I think I'm gonna give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
You're giving the Hotel Hell a 4?
Yeah, I think I am. I enjoyed it.
Hotel Hell.
Yeah.
Like the one with the fucking sign that says Hotel Hello and the O is like flashing down?
Yeah, because it had tits. It had a fun, I don't know, romp. It was a fun romp, but it also made me think in a way, and it also made me kind of gag. So I think that's everything that I want in a horror,
Wow.
In a horror.
That's all I want in a horror too.
That's all I want in a horror.
Make me think and gag.
Make me think, make me gag, and take me for a ride.
Slap me in my ass once in a while. Take me to Mom's Spaghetti.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, I know. So anyways, we're talking about sex life and this thing. Okay, the 4. Damn.
Yeah. You don't want to follow that up.
I know. I wish we had a special guest so I can go I'm not following that shit. I have to follow this. Okay.
And now you have to follow it.
Damn. Okay. You took the old. I took the brand new.
Okay.
Which is something I don't always do because I don't watch. I don't watch movies anymore. I was fortunate enough to get a Netflix sub. Thank you very much, whomever. To watch this season of Stranger Things.
Stranger Danger Things?
Stranger Danger, yes, 1,000%. That's actually what I put the episode title, Stranger Danger. Stranger Things episode or season 4, also known as 2 seasons too many. But with that said, let me tell you how I really feel about this thing. Did you ever try to watch something that has like awkward exposition? And they're like reading it off a fucking cue card and just is like the worst. And, you know.
So for half of the movies that I watch, yes.
Maybe. Without spoil, remember, I don't spoil things, but season 4 of Stranger Things is 98% exposition.
Oh, really?
Just fucking dog shit.
Oh,
It
no.
is just, the exposition had drawings and writing at one point. The exposition had fucking exposition in it. I was like, what the shit? Why are they writing this down and showing stuff? Why?
You know, some people, we don't kink shame. Maybe some people are really, really into that.
Oh.
So if you're really, really into that.
5-year-olds. Because they haven't seen a fucking movie in their life before. If a book on tape being acted out and read at the same time turns you on, boy, are you going to like Stranger Things season 4. Because it's got all the charisma of a book on tape being read by Tara Reid. All right.
Actually, that could be fun.
I was trying to avoid the Artie Lang did dirty works with Norm Macdonald, rest his soul. And the review for Artie Lang's character was Artie Lang has all the charisma of a date rapist in the movie. And that's what I was looking at Stranger Things season 4. I was like, this is the equivalent of fucking an Artie Lang TV show. It has all the charisma of like a date rapist.
Oof.
Like there's nothing there. The kids are like 85 years old. Even Riverdale's going like, dude, what are you doing? It's like no one believes that anyone's in high school anymore. There simply can't be. One dude's like 8 feet tall now and dunking. I'm pretty sure he's not fucking 12. And then like the plot's paper fucking thin. They're trying to connect tissues that were like obviously semi thought out in advance, but didn't go as probably well as they thought. And I noticed a formula to all the Stranger Things, and the formula is still the same for this one. And there's no danger in Stranger Things. This is what it's not spoiling anything because it's like the very first fucking episode. There's no permanence in it. That's why there's no danger in
Stranger?
There's no danger in Stranger. Sorry, there's no Stranger danger.
Oh,
there's no permanence. There's no urgency because anyone who's like a name character ain't fucking dying ever. Ever. Hate to spoil that for you. Like after 3 seasons, if you haven't caught on by now, the name people are fucking safe. I'm not saying people die or not in this episode or this season, but it's been traditionally for the last 3 fucking seasons, there's nothing at stake. That's why no one gives a shit about Stranger Things season 4. Or at least I don't. It was painful.
Oof.
It was fucking painful to watch. I was happy. I was so happy. I was watching with someone. I was like, holy shit. Episode 7. Fucking finally. I'm done with this piece of shit. And then Netflix released 2 more fucking episodes. I was like, God damn it. I just can't fucking get out of this.
Now, I heard it ends on a cliffhanger.
It ends on a Cliff Burton. See, now if you're a fan, you get that fucking joke. There's no cliffhanger, man. It's a cliffhanger if you didn't watch anything in your entire life. It's kind of like, oh, same old shit.
So you didn't feel any like tension throughout any of it, or you didn't feel any connection or character growth or anything like that?
No. And I'll caveat this with I had COVID and pneumonia while I was watching this. And even in that state, I saw the second episode. I knew what was happening for the rest of the fucking season. It's like It's not even the hard plotting on this. There's like development of what? There's none. There's people that they tried is like, oh, we're gonna pump you up and make you care about someone, but you don't because. Okay, what's the best way of saying it without spoiling? It's really difficult. So there is a great scene. There is a single great scene in the entire 9 episodes, or however fucking it is in season 4. One great scene, and that's the one that people are talking about, by the way. And it is an amazing fucking scene. But god damn it, it's a music video. I could have watched a fucking 6-minute music video save hours of my life and had the same effect. The reason why Stranger Things 4, besides the miles of exposition, does not falsely fucking work is because it's not believable. It's not believable to the internals. It's not believable to any type of world you know. It is just, it's a little bit of a caricature of itself. And it's not even self-aware enough to know that's doing it. So it's kind of like making fun of itself without knowing it's making fun of itself. And that's pretty sad. And the reason why some of the scene, like there should be major impact scenes don't work because no one gives a fuck about the character. You can't give a fuck about a character that you learn through exposition. It don't work that way. You actually have to put something with someone's got to have some sort of investment in the character before it can make it hurt. Otherwise, it's just a fucking paper doll. That's all it is. End rant.
Woof. Okay, so you didn't even let me ask the question.
Sorry. What was your question?
So, from 1 out of 5 Cthulhu's.
1 Cthulhu. Honestly, if it was based on one scene alone, a 5. But the other like 20 fucking hours of my life that I won't ever get back because I was watching Stranger Things because someone asked me to, a 1. But that one scene is an absolute fucking 5. It's brilliant. I loved it. Well lit, well shot, well imagined. CGI is spot. The effects are fucking awesome too.
What about the character designs, like the creature designs?
The creature design?
Yeah.
Boring as fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm looking for a redeeming fucking factor.
Yeesh.
Do you like annoying fucking out of nowhere we need to check some fucking like PC boxes on having people of color on our show? Yeah. If you like that, this is your fucking episode. This is your jam.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like they literally go out of the way to check fucking boxes, and it's so fucking forced, and it's just dog shit, man. There's a weather app that I have called Carrot, and it's actually said something about. I'm paraphrasing Carrot right now. Like, is it wrong to root for the bad guy of Stranger Things? And I found myself rooting for the fucking bad guy just to fucking kill them all.
Oh.
I'm like, just end the goddamn series. Please kill them all.
Oh God, don't have they're anyone come children.
Back Are they like fucking 20 though?
No, I don't think the young kids are. I think they're still young.
I don't know, man.
I think they're still teens.
I don't. I wouldn't have watched it without being asked.
Fair enough.
I do not look forward to season 5 whatsoever. Netflix couldn't fucking pay me to watch that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, break up with it, man. Like, write a letter,
Honest to God, after season 2, I was like, why is there a season 3? And then all of a sudden, there's a season 4. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What are we doing? So yeah, that's my 1 Cthulhu rating for Stranger Things. People are
so 4 to a 1.
Yeah, like so. Our next movie that we both watched is Intruder.
And this is the one from not the newer one. This is the one from '89
with Rami.
Yeah. And Renee Estevez, who is the sister of Emilio. There's an Estevez.
How many fucking Estevezes are there?
A million.
We're a condom. God
million. There's a million of them.
You got like latex allergy or some shit, dude.
But we were talking about Estevezes earlier, so it kind of circles back around.
Does. Okay, you know what? I would rather see an 8-series part roller gator than watch season 5 of fucking Stranger Things.
Don't ask for it. Don't ask for it because
I'm putting that in the universe. I'm putting that shit on the universe.
All right, I'm gonna call up Netflix. Beep boop beep boop beep. Excuse me, Netflix. Netflix, I have a great idea. I have a great idea because I know that you're wrapping up Stranger Things right now. Perfect idea. You could get kids involved and pathetic losers. Yeah. It's called Roller Gator.
Or we just get like Harvey Weinstein and get both. Oh, that's not how you meant getting kids involved.
No,
I'm sorry. I thought you meant that.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
No, I think he's in jail for that. I think he's in jail for that right now. I don't know. My definition of kids is quite broad.
So this is
Intruder with not Sam Rami.
Well, yes, with Ted.
Ted. Yes, and Bruce Campbell, right?
Yep, all 5 seconds of him.
Fuck yes. That's all it counts for Bruce Campbell. All you need is like a fucking.
That's all you need. And honestly, he's such a baby too. He's so tiny and cute in this movie because it's so from so long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great movie. I enjoyed it. It's a supermarket. It's basically in just the supermarket. That's it.
Shopping for fucking milk.
It's just one location of the supermarket.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of teens, I would say, who are probably in their 30s,
they went to school of 11. So apparently that's the thing. You have to be like 37 and still in fucking junior high.
So they're basically, one of them has an ex who's a bad boy because he wears a leather jacket.
Yeah, that's a bad boy.
And he has kind of a beard.
But not really, kind of like, scruff a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of scruffy. Unfortunately, he does not look tough, but we're supposed to think that he looks tough. They have to kick him out because he's causing a scene. It's real rough. They have to call the police. When they go to find him, he is ejected out of the building. He disappears into the night. So later on, the owners gather up the night crew, which is our ragtag group of kids, so quote unquote kids, and say that they're going to sell the store and the staff are going to soon lose their jobs. So they're starting to mark down all the prices, basically. So I guess they can sell all the merchandise or something.
So it's Empire Records?
Well, you were there when you watched it. I guess so.
Oh shit! I did see this one. Hold on.
And it's very quirky.
We watched it together.
It's very quirky. It's it's an indie movie. No, it's a horror. It is. Basically,
so it's Empire Records. I mean, okay, you have a record store, or a store being sold out, right?
Yeah.
You have the creepy boyfriend, which I guess is like the singer dude. I get whatever. And you've got
a serial killer.
Also, the singer guy is a serial killer. I don't know.
So a serial killer gets into the store.
But we don't know who it is yet. We assume
it's the creepy ex-boyfriend.
Right.
And starts brutally murdering people. And honestly, the murders are really fun to watch. They're very entertaining.
They're visually stunning.
Yes.
It is a Rami movie. I know. I don't think he did the. I don't think it's actually like the production like Evil Dead was. But
no.
When you're saying Ted Rami, I'm like, oh, this is great. I can't wait to watch Ted Rami in it because I haven't seen him in anything since Bruce Campbell's Love American Style. No, what was Bruce Campbell's Love?
Oh,
Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard him in anything besides that like the longest time. And I'm like, oh, this is a great movie to watch. And the camera angles are Rami 1,000%.
Yes, you can definitely tell. Just there's like this one scene through a telephone
Yes.
where they're dialing, and it's looking out into the person who's dialing the telephone, and it's just such a beautiful shot. There's another shot with somebody running down the checkout aisles, and it's from basically from below to above.
Yeah,
and it's beautifully shot. This whole movie is just beautifully done. The kills are incredibly just shot, and you can tell a lot of love and thoughts went into each one of them.
With some inexpensive special effects.
Yes, absolutely.
That are remarkably pulled off to the point where they beat CGI. I mean, 1,000% beat.
Oh, absolutely. The budget was only $130,000. And it's just incredible what they were able to do. And basically we follow this attendant, Linda, which is funny because I think Linda was Bruce Campbell's girlfriend's name in Evil Dead. But anyway, so we follow her around thinking it's her boyfriend, and she thinks it might be her boyfriend. And it's interesting. It really is interesting. Oh, maybe it's not Linda. I lied. It's Jennifer.
Someone.
It's somebody.
Jennifer, Linda. I'm not
Jennifer, Linda, whatever. I don't know. Anyway.
Who cares? That's what her name is.
No.
Hey, Fox, what's her name? Who cares? That's what her name is. Let's get back to the. There's any beaver shots?
There's not. Surprisingly, there's not.
Why are we talking about this dog shit movie then? -12 because there was no beaver.
Ted Rami is incredible in it. Ted is in it, and he's amazing.
So what's -12 plus $1 million?
Right, exactly. And it's incredible. I would love to own it at some point because it's so much fun. And Sam was in it as somebody as well, but I think as somebody who was probably in the background. Right? It says Sam Raimi is Randy. I don't remember who Randy was.
You don't know who Linda was.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't.
There's only like 2 girls in this whole film, I think, right?
There are like 3. Yeah.
Okay. Now, my memory is kind of fuzzy on this. Does anyone take the top off?
No, I don't believe so.
Wow.
I don't believe so. Although I think there was maybe one girl who was a little bit more flirtatious, but I don't think so. I do remember the boys skeezing on a girl.
Yeah.
With the milk aisle, like there was like not the milk aisle, but through the aisles, they were watching them. It was really skeezy.
Yeah, which is pretty realistic. I used to work for a grocery store, man, and this is what the level of people we get.
It's just skeeziness.
Skeeziness. Well, it's a night shift at the grocery store, dude.
Yeah.
You ain't got shit else to do.
Well, also, too, if you are a big Ted Rami fan, as we are, he is actually, they just came out with a game called The Quarry.
Really?
And he is also in that video game. It came out in 2022, and it is still 2022. So I would say go out and...
came out this year. That's what you're saying.
Yes, that is correct.
If you are in the Montreal area...
Oh, yes.
The Comic-Con Montreal has Ted Rami appearing. I can't remember which day. It's either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or all 3, or 2 of them. I don't know. Check it out.
Yes.
Please do come MontrealComicCon.com.
Give him your love. Tell him what a great job he did in this movie. Yeah. Because he really did do a great job.
It is a labor of love, and he didn't just do a great job acting, but he did. He did a great job. And he had to have, doing him and Bruce Campbell, they had to have done some camera stuff there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If Sam was there, if Bruce was there, if Ted was there, they were there. They were there.
It's heavily influenced with that style. And it's you said it's $130,000?
$130,000 budget.
It just goes to show you you don't need a ton of fucking money to do a great movie.
Mm-mm.
Even without boobs. We're talking about this movie and there's no boobs in it.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 95% sure there weren't any boobs.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, it didn't matter. Like, nudity would probably take away from, because why would they mean that you have to explain why is she topless in a grocery store?
Right, exactly.
You know, so it would take away from it. Like, oh, my stalker ex-boyfriend's here. I think I'll get naked.
And
No.
I mean, I just remember watching it, and I'm not a fan of Invader movies. I'm not a fan of Intruder things. I love this movie. This movie is so good because it's that right amount of stalking. It's that right amount of feel-good 80s. It's that right amount of just cheese and good acting. Like, everybody is being a great actor. Everyone.
Spot on, great acting.
Yes. And the music was fun. And again, just to do this in one location is pretty amazing and ballsy. You know, I think we take for granted because, you know, you see in movies all the time people moving around. And I think it just kind of doesn't even dawn on you how much of a challenge it is to keep a whole bunch of people in one location. And they managed to do it in this.
No, it's a monster in the house. It is that go back to Blake Snyder thing. It's really a monster in the house but the house just happens to be a grocery store.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, honestly, I would be afraid to be killed at my job because that would be the last place I'd want to be. Like, you know, I want to go.
If you're ranking where you're going to get killed, your job is probably like, damn it, can I get a break?
Son of a bitch, just drag me outside at least. I don't want to be my last moments being here.
No,
please. I don't want to haunt these halls. No thanks.
Ooh. Although our next podcast, Haunted Halls. Have you died at your job? Boy, do we have the podcast for you.
Call in. So what would you give this?
You know, okay. Before I give my rating, I want to say one thing without spoilers. I think not as many people would die if they had proper footwear, because people are slipping in blood. But if you had Zero shoes, XERO shoes, like maybe it's from zeroshoes.com, I think like their Prios or the 360s, I think that'd be the perfect shoe to escape a killer in the situation. Not a plug. But, you know, I think they needed
proper. Do we have a sponsor now?
No, I just like shoes. But I think if they had Zero shoes, XERO shoes, they would have escaped. And if you want to escape your next nightmare at work, you're going to better get some Zero shoes as well. I had the Prios. I love them.
I swear to God, that was like some kind of a sponsorship.
Yeah. And matter of fact, I'm giving Zero shoes 5 Cthulhu's. Oh, the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm giving the movie 4.5.
Yeah. You know what? I would say if you don't want to slip on your knife blade, the thing you need are super cool gloves. And you can get those at your Ace hardware store. That's right. I don't know. I'm trying to be fucking you. Anyway, I give it a 4.5.
4.5 as well?
Yep.
Yeah. Why not a 5?
You know, because boobs. 5 is the echelon. Yeah, boobs. Yeah. You know, boobs or and shark. Bush. And bush.
Boobs,
and
bush, and sharks.
Yeah, boobs, bush, and sharks. That is the title of my memoir. Please please buy it. It is on Audible and Kindle.
Tara Reid reads it.
Tara Reid reads it. Yes, she does. Tara, and it's a new segment called Tara Reads.
I get it. And for the record, Tara Reid, we love you. I
think she's great.
I think she's awesome. I think she's a wonderful actress. We're not to give too many spoilers away. We're actually doing one of her movies for the next episode.
Yes, we are.
So
and it's a fun one.
Yeah. I gave her shit earlier in the show just because it was a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
I think it was a funny thing to say. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a funny thing to say.
50-50.
Yeah. But Tara Reads, there you go. You can even use that. That's our gift for you. Like, move over Jordy from Reading Rainbow. This is Tara Reads.
Tara Reads. And she could read to, I don't know, school kids or something.
She could read to me? No one reads to you, buddy.
She could read to 11, who's definitely still in school.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, well, I don't know what kind of school she's going, but it's usually called college at that age, for sure.
Yeah. What do you got to plug?
Oh, first of all, like, okay, 4.5. Yeah, I agree. I already said 4.5. And I think 5 is like perfection. Oh my gosh, like Zero Shoes, XEROSOHES. SHOES. I can't spell. .com. I think it's the best movie that could have really been made with the budget. But there's just some things that, I would like to see a director's cut. Maybe that's what it is.
That would be.
I want to hold up for a little bit more. I'm greedy of a 5.
Yeah,
but it's a solid 4.5. It's, if you don't believe us, rent it. It is family friendly. Yeah, we should.
Just go buy that shit. You know what? Buy it and then take it to the Montreal
Comic-Con and have him sign it.
And have him sign it. And say, hey, Ted, this is great work, man.
And he's going to have to agree, because it's like, you can't trash it, because there's nothing really to pick on it. It's really difficult, other than maybe some of the boyfriend believability. I don't know. Like, he's a tough guy because wearing a leather jacket. Like,
I think if you're not a fan of 80s horror, get the fuck out. But also, I think if you're not, then you're not going to like it. But if you are, you're going to love this movie. You're going to eat it up.
I would love to watch an entire season of this in Stranger Things.
Of course.
And that's on sincerity. That's not even me being sarcastic. That's me being sincere. I could see this being a multi-part episode.
That would be fun.
Episodic. It'll be, absolutely, man.
That would be
like a Survivor series. One person dies every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. For plugs, Brannyk, what do you want to plug?
I'm going to plug, because right now it's the middle of summer. I am going to plug going out to your local farmer's market, because, it's been rough the last few years. Safely go out, but things are opening up a little bit more. And, local farmers, they rely on a lot of our support. And there's a lot of good food to get there. I recently got a whole bunch of vegetables and honey, and it tastes wonderful and is great, and it gives back to your local community.
You got honey? Like the real honey?
Yeah, it's
the
amazing.
Solid mass.
Yeah, and I cooked with it tonight. I put it on my salmon, and
that's very cool.
I got some really good pure maple syrup, and it's delicious.
I can see that pure maple syrup and pure honey. That's pure sugar.
Yep, that's me, baby. I'm pure sugar.
Pure sugar. Yeah, good for our health, though. That's an awesome. I can dig that plug. I'm going to plug our writing call for our anthology called Bodies. So you go on Twitter at HauntedMTL, which stands for metal, by the way, if anyone's wondering. It's metal. And it's our pinned tweet. Our anthology charity, as many, is the Dickinson Museum, it's Leaf National Abortion Funds, the the National Women's Legal Defense, and Girls Who Code.
Guys, are you pissed off? Are you pissed off at what's going on around you right now in the USA? You fucking should be. And you know what you can do? You can take all that energy and you can make a really fucking rad horror piece that goes in this anthology. And guess what? You can then buy this anthology and you can help support all these causes, and I think a couple more probably too. But put your effort and money where your mouth is and go fucking do this.
Absolutely right. Even if you don't buy the anthology, but I think you should always buy the anthologies. You get cool writings and you get to support some people.
Yeah, and you know what? You can say you can be a cool ass motherfucker and say, guess what? I went and I supported this. You get that badge of honor. You can say, I just didn't just sit around doing nothing. I went and I supported women by buying this anthology.
And for those of you who don't support women, wouldn't it be great to stick it to them?
Yeah.
By writing, because they need your help.
Wait, what?
And you write.
Wait, now I'm confused.
And submit it and like get published, and then have your hard work help them out, and you go, hi, you always needed my help.
Ha.
No?
Yes, that's reverse psychology.
That's right. I bet you can't. I bet you can't buy all of our copies of this.
Fucking losers. Yeah, don't buy.
Own us hard. For every anthology, I donate money to the women's charities, and I kick a Democrat in the dick.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I'm not saying which Democrat it is.
I dare you to put down hashtag own us hard.
Own us hard. Yeah.
Even my cat's in agreement of this.
No, it's a weird world, but I hope you guys do support your farmers marketers. And you know what would be kind of cool as you're walking through the farmer market, pimping out your New Zero shoes. That's right.
Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Is this the new Megadeth beer?
Megadeth beer, Jimbo. They sponsor us again. Oh the shoe people, yeah, they're good. Even Payne likes them.
Of course he does. I'm sure.
All right, everyone, that's it for us. On behalf of myself, Jim Phoenix, and my co-host JM Brannyk
and Jelly Beans
Brannyk. We wish you a good day. And remember, kiddies, if you listen to a movie or TV show that we haven't, well, good for fucking you. Again, there's a couple of billion people on the planet. There's 2 of us. What the fuck do you want, man?
Yeah, get off our dicks.
Netflix anymore. Yeah, like go buy a fucking book or something.
Yeah.
You got too much time on your hands. All right, until next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I hear a cat.